my backstory without giving too many details.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, he was another musician, he's traveling, and he had two children. And I left it at that because it's none of his business. But then he was like, oh, I go, why? He's like, so you don't like kids? I go, no, I love kids. Like, I'm a former teacher. I worked I was a professor at a university.
You're good.
Like, I love children, but he was trying to travel to me all the time, and he has two kids and he's a traveling musician. I didn't want to take that time away from them. It's not fair to them. And I couldn't move. So, and that was the reason. It wasn't because I don't like kids. But I thought that was really weird that he was like trying to gaslight me about being a bad mother or
Yeah.
saying that I don't like children. Like
Yeah.
that's fucking offensive to
And for
me.
me, it was like, I had put him on the quote unquote 90-day plan. I was like,
I
there's no
remember
way.
that. That's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, I would never meet anybody before
Whoa.
90 days are up or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
because before then, I think you're just not taking me seriously, whatever. So
Yeah.
he'd be
That's
like,
fair.
well,
Yeah.
he's like, when the time does
Respect that.
come, like 2 weeks ahead of time, like I'm going to introduce you over FaceTime to his son. I'm not going to say his
Weird.
name.
That's too
And
much.
Very weird. Very
yeah,
weird.
Weird.
he's like,
Red flag.
because,
Red flag.
yeah, because you're going to come
Run.
here and you guys are obviously going to be like, meeting each other, whatever. And he's like, I want him to get used to the idea of like you being a part of like
Fucking
like
asshole.
my life and
Yeah,
like blah, blah,
fucking
blah, like
asshole.
all this stuff. And I'm just like, okay, like sure. But then in my head, I knew that the 90-day plan thing was like obviously not going to be. So I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
sure. But he made it basically. I say all that to say, he was making it seem like he was making these long-term plans and he was trying to like
Oh
fit me
yeah.
into his life, like in that way, like in such a substantial way, like that.
Oh.
See, I think I told you
Damn.
like because obviously like the first time he asked me like when can I come see you, I said hard pass, which I thought was funny, but he took it very offensively.
It is funny.
Well, he's
But
a
I
very
kept like
insecure person, so
yeah, he's super insecure. But then he kept asking me. I was like, yeah, it's never gonna happen. And then it became like, okay, I'll give you within a year. Like I was fucking with him, but the point is that he's looking to shorten the timeline. And so then he goes to 6 months. I was like, sure, if you're a good boy, like, because I'm an asshole. But I would never, ever, ever meet him. And so for you to give him a 90-day plan, he's like, oh, I'm getting. So I
yeah. And
think
then
I
he was like,
reinforced
he's like,
that.
let's do 30 days. Like, let's do 30 days.
Oh,